I started in real estate in about 2011 around Christmas time. Before that, I was doing marketing jobs. I worked for marketing agencies in San Francisco. I did graphic design, and graphic design was actually what I felt I loved doing, and I studied that, and that's actually something I felt I wanted to do the rest of my life. But after working for these marketing agencies, I realized I'm in an office every day, and that really wasn't me. Working with people was something I knew I loved doing. So I actually took a different career path, went into sales. I did high volume business to business sales for a phone company. And from there, I kind of found out that I love working with people. It's different every day. Everyone has their different problems that you solve, and it's totally me. And that's actually how I got started, and it's been a blessing ever since. My goal in real estate is to reach over 100 transactions a year, but my goal really, long term is what really motivates me is I actually have a dream of building a school in the province in the Philippines where I grew up. I feel like that would be so impactful. It's really humbling being able to live in the Philippines and and be able to know people that are in really poor situations, and anything that you give them, they'll be thankful for. They do so much with the little that they have. Some of the kids are just begging to be able to go to school, and my goal is really to be able to build a school in that area, and that motivates me so much. As far as what motivates me, it's really there's a lot of athletes that you always see that work hard, and they really make an influence on the world. And I think that when I leave this earth, I want to be able to know that I've made a difference. I've done the best that I could with my life, and also, that part. And I do love helping people. Whether it's the micro or the macro, helping people individually or in a big way. I want to make sure that my life is important to the earth. Like, for example, like building that school in the Philippines, I feel would make a difference there, and be able to help that community. I'm a big advocate of hard work. I'm a big believer that hard work and smart work put together is really the key to success. I always try to squeeze the most out of every day that I can, by waking up early and working long hours. So as far as managing my time, it really starts with the night before. Every night, I make sure to set my calendar and fill my schedule with as many things as I can. One part of setting my schedule every night is I put my top 5 priorities right at the beginning of my day, very early in the morning, so I won't get distracted by phone calls or emergencies later on. So before I get to bed, I visualize my day. I plan it out. I'll lay down and actually think about how much I'm going to accomplish that next day. What I do is I wake up. I'll only turn on the cold water. I'll take a cold shower every morning, and then from then I'll work on my top 5 priorities. And I actually make it a race to complete my top 5 priorities before I get my first phone call for the day or my first appointment for the day. So the subconscious mind is a big part of our brain, and being able to understand how to use that is very powerful. Tim Ferriss talks about a lot of tips and tricks to be able to use that. There's a lot of studies about when you're sleeping, your mind is actually working to figure problems out. That's a real big reason why I plan my day the night before, and I visualize my day the night before, because your mind, even though you're not thinking about it, it's actually trying to solve these problems and your goals and what you plan on accomplishing. So In order for me to really reach my goals and my vision to, build schools in the Philippines, whatnot, I really have to make sure that I'm being really productive and efficient with my time. As far as tools that I do use softwares like Dropbox. I also use Trello to set my priorities. It's really important if you want to be efficient and productive. You have to be really organized, down to the T. As far as where I get business, surprisingly, I get a lot of my business from repeat clients and referrals from those repeat clients. I'm a big believer in always doing the right thing and always giving an awesome experience. When you give a great experience, these clients of yours will be an advocate for you. They'll be referring you to their closest family, their friends, whenever anyone needs anything when it comes to mobile homes or real estate. So having that, having all your clients be your sales force in referring people is really a powerful thing. I do a lot of online marketing as well, whether it's websites. I also do a lot of video. I make a video of communities, mobile home communities, whatnot, and also customer experiences. And I make sure, because of my vision in specializing in mobile homes, I want to bring awareness and shed light on how beautiful mobile home living actually is. We really strive to build and design really beautiful mobile homes. And mobile homes have this real weird image, kind of like an 8 Mile, kind of like a trailer park feel when you bring up mobile homes. But the reality of it is we build really beautiful mobile homes, and you can't, they look like luxury homes. As well as the communities, there's communities that are really beautiful out there. And through video, I want to bring awareness on that and really change the feel and the stigma that society has on mobile homes. Because one, these clients that live in these mobile home parks, they're shy to tell people that they live in a mobile home park. So the demographic of our clients, we have about 30% of our clients are coming from out of town, used to spending $300,000 on a home out of state, and then coming in, being shocked by the Bay Area prices and really looking for different housing options. They don't want to rent. They don't want to pay $1 million for a single family home. So they come to us for this option here because it is a median in that range. So we have people coming in from high-tech companies, Google, Facebook, Netflix, whatever it is, and they need housing and they don't want to spend that much. So, and then another 70% are people that actually live in the area. They're either tired of renting, they want to downsize from their home, or they wanted to make a move and from a different park as well. We don't, a lot of people think there's just a lot of senior communities, but there's family communities as well. And I'd say senior communities would probably be about 40% of my business, and then 60% of it is family communities. I have a lot of families that, either starting a family or they have a family that's renting and they're really tired of renting. 45% of my buyers are buying a home for the first time, right? So these are the people that are tired of renting, want to go into owning something, want to be able to build an asset. And then I have about 55% of our buyers, which will either be relocating from a different home, relocating from a different area, or have owned a home previously. So out of the 100% of homes that we sell, about 40% of those are 55 and older, whether it's for senior parks or family communities. And then the rest of the 60% is, for the families. Typically the buyers will range about, late 30s to about 50 years of age. And usually they'll have a family with them, with children or whatnot. And that's a big majority of it. But we do have, we do also have some that are, aged like 25 to 35, millennials that are in high-tech companies, whether they're electricians or stuff like that, and, ready to buy a home for the first time. So we do have that in our demographic as well. Man, if you're asking me how my business has changed within the last 5 years, it's really changed a lot. Getting into the mobile home industry is very different because there's different processes you have to take. So really being knowledgeable in that business is really important. There's a lot of different things that aren't like real estate. There isn't as many lenders. There's not a lot of lenders that loan out to mobile home parks and communities. So you really have to be knowledgeable in finding out what lenders will do, will work in these parks, and these lenders are actually subjective to the parks. Some lenders will lend in Park A and not Park B, and then vice versa. So understanding that is important, and then also you could have everything go well, make a full price offer for a buyer, and be loan approved. And if you don't understand how these parks qualify income credit, then you can have everything ready to close and in the end not be able to close. So really being knowledgeable of how they calculate the formula of income and credit is important. So I've made it a point to really know these parks very well, and I have a database myself to keep my notes and everything of of how they calculate, whether it's 3 times the rent or whatnot. But being organized and being knowledgeable is really important in this industry because there's not a lot of people that work in this industry. It is more tedious. So creating that system is what's really allowed me to do more business. Creating a system, creating a checklist, and knowing how these parks work is really important. So that's really what's grown my business. And from 5 years ago, 5-6 years ago, doing only 2-3 deals a month and being overwhelmed because I didn't know what was going on, and now being able to do 10 deals a month and have it feel really comfortable and relaxing and flow really well. If you are looking to start in real estate or looking to start in the mobile home industry, I'd really say you have to be ready. One, financially, you have to be able to expect to work for free, basically. When I started, I didn't make any money at all for 8 months, and the whole time I'm just learning. If you're looking to start in real estate or start in the mobile home industry, you really have to be ready mentally and financially. Have a little bit saved because you got to expect to work and hustle really hard and not get paid for it until later down the line. I worked really hard. I door knocked. I met clients, I showed homes, and I didn't get paid for 8 months or so. So if you're not expecting that, if that's not you, then make sure you get yourself to a place where that is you, because your income is going to be based off of your production. And you got to expect that you're not going to be making those dollars that you want in the beginning, but you have to be hustling hard without getting the reward right away. So hustling is a big thing if you're looking to start. You got to be able to do the things that you don't want to do. Discipline is important. Just like I said, discipline is doing the things that you need to do even if you don't feel like doing it. So whether it's door knocking, whether it's cold calling, whether it's, creating flyers, whatnot, scanning for different homes. A lot of this stuff is tedious and it will be tiring. But if you aren't motivated and if you don't know your goals, your vision, you're gonna get tired and it's gonna be hard for you to work a full 8 months without getting anything. But if you have a vision and if you have goals that you are looking to accomplish, then it makes things a lot easier. I'm Franco Perez, your mobile home expert. Tired of renting? Tired of throwing your money away? Do you want more space and to upgrade from living in an apartment? I will show you opportunities. Own something and put money in your pocket. I'm Franco Perez. Call me at 408-420-5410. I'm Franco Perez, and remember, who you work with matters.